Hello, Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly. We've been looking at this edition, speaking and listening, and effective tools and strategies to get kids speaking and listening effectively. Today I just want to look at narration, and actually in this lesson look at something like iMovie, where kids are giving, I don't know, maybe a weather report, how they might be able to use that effectively and how they can do effective narration over the top of it, which I think is important. So we're going to use two apps here. We're going to use both iMovie but also Notes as well. So if I just jump into Notes quickly, and I'll just make sure that I've got something set up here. Let me just create a quick note, and let's just paste something in that I think we might be. So it could be some research that we've done on the Sunshine Coast area, looking at that sort of stuff. So we'll just get into iMovie now and show you how that might look as a way of utilizing our split screen function so that we can actually do this effectively. So if I jump into iMovie now, and once we've got our images together, I've just grabbed one quickly there of a synoptic chart there looking at Australia that we could have the audio. And you can see obviously we've got our little kind of narration button on the left there, about the middle of the screen next to the camera. And once we press that, we're able to actually narrate over the top. Now the tricky thing with this is if we utilize our split screen here and we look at the notes, we want our kids to be able to read this and narrate over the top so it's nice and smooth. A little bit like reading from an audio cue, I guess, that sort of thing. Now the tricky thing with iMovie is that when I actually click on the narration and this comes up, I need to actually press record first before I then bring over my narration, because it won't actually do it in the same motion. So I need to actually press record, then our students can actually read off that effectively instead of trying to make it up on the spot. And I think this is a really effective of getting kids to narrate over the top of things in a really professional manner. So using our split screen, using our capabilities of our microphone, for example, on the iPad, we're able to do effective narrations, but we've got to give our students some of those little tips. Now, obviously, you could have a bit of paper on the side, and you could be reading from that a little bit separately, but I think kids are getting really intuitive in regards to using that split screen. I notice with my kids and my students that are actually using it quite a lot now, and utilizing it much better than us as teachers, because that's kind of the world that they're living in at the moment. So that's just a quick way of utilizing both Notes and iMovie to do effective narration. And once again, this could be in Book Creator, it could be in Explain Everything. Wherever you've got that record button and able to narrate, we should be able to use those notes in conjunction with that to make it a more effective, I guess, narration over the top of our multimedia. Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly, signing off.